Hello and welcome to day 26 of 31 days where we've been talking about shifting from fear to freedom in 2022 and beyond. Today, I wanted us to talk about preparing for change. Every year, many of us have launched maybe initiatives, new businesses, new jobs, changes, some form of change. And we do this in the form of, creating New Year resolutions or writing down our goals for the year. We even have taken the time where we look back in the year and see the things that we have completed, the things that we have done. Have you done that, by the way? Have you taken the time to just take a look at 2021 and look at the things that you wanted to do to see if you've done those things, to see how many of those things were done? Have you done that? I started looking at my list. It's so interesting when you look at the list to say, oh, I didn't even realize I did this. Oh my goodness, I did this. I want to encourage you to take a look at your goals or the things that you wrote down that you did this year. Another way of doing that, right, is writing down the things that you have done this year. I look at my logs and, my schedule, my book to see what was scheduled, what was I able to complete for this year. Many of the things that I did this year, I didn't even plan for. I didn't even write down that I wanted to do that, but they went hand in hand with my overall life goals and the things that I want to do. So take a look and take a tally of the things that you've done. My goal is to have more new things happening in 2022 and, having myself stepping out, in faith and expanding myself to help more more people and also to learn from more people than I have learned from, because each of you has something to teach me and I also have something to teach you. So that exchange of information is always intriguing to me. Here's what we're going to do. I wanted to talk today about preparing for change. And what I wanted to do was to share with you 5, things that I take a look at when I'm assessing myself and preparing myself, for the new year. Those 5 things, when you take a look at, those 5, things that I'll share with you, right, you will be able to get clear on the things that you need to prepare for next year. You will also be clear on, where your goals, most of your goals need to focus on as you prepare for the changes or making changes in 2022. Those 5 things that I'll talk about are in general, identity, beliefs, your capabilities, behaviors, and the environment. So we're going to take a look at those 5 things. And the way that we're going to do it is I'm going to ask you some questions, that you're going to answer, in your journal, hopefully, or on a piece of paper, whatever, wherever you write your things. So grab your journal, grab a piece of paper, and let's to look at those 5 areas, because those are the 5 areas that I get to look at all the time when I want to make shifts, doable and practical for me. It's always also helped me on where I need to focus, to put my focus on. So grab your journal and let's go and answer those questions. I'm going to ask you the questions. You might have to rewind, this video and pause it so that you can write the questions down. That always helps. That way, you don't miss any of them. So the first section that I said was identity. Is your purpose to be happy, or is your purpose to be a breadwinner that gets more money and feed your family? What is your purpose? Is it ultimately to be happy or to be the breadwinner that is successful and feeding your, family? Number 2, do you value helping others? How much do you value your income and status versus your happiness and satisfaction? Do you believe you are capable of making necessary changes? And then under capabilities, I want you to write, how will you gain the skills that you need to become whatever your heart desires is, or to make that change that you want? What training will you need? What soft skills will you need? What do you need to start that business? What communication do you need? What will make it easier for you to make those changes? Under behaviors, aside from, like physically leaving your current job, or changing your residence, place of residence, what might you need to do to make the changes that you need to make? Do you need to leave the place where you are working right now? Do you need to leave your house? Do you need to, make the changes? What are some of the behaviors, the things that you need to change? I know when I moved from Boston, I needed to move. I needed to get the movers. I needed to, find a place here in Florida. So what are those things that you need to do in order to make the transition that you need to make? And then beliefs. Are your beliefs in line with the changes that you want to make? Look around at the environment. Does your current environment support the necessary changes? That is, your spouse, your boss, your children, your friends. Do they support your current need for change right now? And then when is the best time that you can make this transition happen? What is the timeline as we go into the new year of making this significant change happen for you? You see, once you start writing these and starting to answer these questions, it's so exciting, and you just start to see the pieces coming together. But once you finish answering these questions, right, I want you to pick one word that will help you really fulfill these changes and take the necessary steps that you need to take. What's that one word that will help you? I know getting into 2022, my one word is belief. Believing that I can, believing that I will, believing that I will get everything that I need in order to make my changes happen, believing that my path is already ordered, ordained, and clear, believing that if anybody else did what I'm trying to do or what I want to do in 2022, then it's possible for me to do it too. Believing that it will take work, it will take commitment, it will take dedication. I believe. My keyword is believe. What is your keyword? Happy journaling. Until tomorrow, this is Dr. STEM. Be encouraged.